Oh, give thanks unto the Lord, for he really is good. We welcome you to the Spice of Life variety show, where we are all a part of the West Angeles Church of God in Christ, pastored by Bishop Charles C. Blake in Los Angeles. And we certainly invite you to stop by and visit us on the corner of Crenshaw and Jefferson, and on Sunday mornings, Crenshaw and Exposition. We invite you to grab your pen and your paper, jot down our contact information, our email address, phone number, etc., and we'll be more than happy to address any questions that you may have, connect you with our guests, whatever the case may be, your prayer requests, show suggestions, whatever the case may be, we will be happy to serve you. And so thank you for tuning in, and you will be enlightened and you will be educated from this show. So just stay tuned. Pamela D. Webb.
Dr. Tanya D. Lewis, how are you doing today?
I can never get away from that, huh?
I know both of the D's, but you're looking gorgeous today.
Because I want to go on a cruise.
Oh, so maybe you would like to meet a travel agent.
I would love to meet a travel agent.
Well, we have one today that my family has used.
Oh, wow.
So I know something about her.
Okay, all right
Maybe
then.
we need to speak to her, right?
Why not?
All right, let's go.
Marguerite Strange, Biomar Cruises and Tours.
That's right.
All right. Thank you for being a part of today's show.
Oh, thank you for
I tried to
having
dress
me.
for the occasion, you know. A kind of islander, you know, kind of whatever.
A little Caribbean, a little
You know,
flow.
yeah, a little flavor
okay,
there.
That'll work.
How long have you been a travel agent?
Oh, golly, 15 years now.
Really?
Yeah.
So you
Time
must
is
love
flying.
it.
Wow.
So you must really love it then.
Oh, yeah.
Do
it's
you?
wonderful.
How did you get into this profession?
Well, I went to school.
Oh, okay, but I'm saying you always had a desire to be a travel.
Well, sort of in the back of my mind. My father owned a travel agency back in the 50s.
Oh, wonderful.
And he serviced the African American and West Indian population because no one else would at that time. And during that time, he would sometimes send me out as a tour guide for him when I was a teenager, and a young teenager at that. And they used to look, this kid is going to take us around, but it was my exposure to the Caribbean where he was from.
Okay.
So he wanted me to get a familiarity with our homeland, so to speak, you know. So that's how it started, and then I put it on the back burner. I never wanted to be a travel agent. That's what I told him. Oh, I don't want that.
Probably that rebellion. Probably that rebellion kicked in.
Yeah, right. I have other things to do with my life. And then as an adult, many years after his passing, it came to me, what should I do now that I'm getting a little older? And I was also taking care of my mom. And I needed to do something that I could be close at hand from to take care of her, because she had Alzheimer's and cancer. And travel was it, because I could do that from my home. You know, computers and whatnot had just emerged on the scene. And that's how it started.
Isn't it a blessing that God always makes a way? You know, here you are, you needed the freedom and the liberty, but also, too, you needed to be able to be involved in a profession.
Right.
And, but you were
I
able
needed to earn some money.
Well, I was just trying to put it nicely. Yeah, we needed some money to live off of.
Amen.
And so this was provided for you through your business, through your own business, the travel agent.
Right.
Where did you get that name from? What is that?
Well, it's an acronym of Bill and Marguerite, which Bill was my husband's name.
Yes.
You know. I recently lost him about 4 months ago. But I will continue.
All right.
Bill Ma Cruises. Okay.
Knowing your husband, you better.
Right.
Because you don't want him to have to come back.
Right.
And go forward. Now, travel agents differ bag them on one bag or
Not
what?
really, because
Okay.
some have niches. You know,
Okay.
some will do adventure travel, some will do romance, some will do, you know, things of that nature. For myself, I do just leisure travel.
Oh, okay.
Some do corporate as well as leisure. I just do leisure travel, which means happy times. When you want to go on vacation, it's like a wedding planner. You know, you just have happy times. No bereavement trips or anything like that. That's what I do.
Well, you know what? I never thought about the travel agents maybe specializing.
Different,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
different areas.
Yeah.
So the arena is really vast then in that
Oh,
regard.
for sure, for sure. So you need to know what you really want to do. If you
Okay.
just want to lay back, kick back, and have fun, or if you want to climb a mountain, or you
Those
know,
type of trips. Okay, adventurous
yes,
type of
or
trips.
do
Okay.
white water rafting or whatnot. So you find out. I do a little of the adventure, but usually it's just leisure vacation, spa, resort. You know.
Pampering, shopping.
Cruise, shopping, you know, party.
Party
that
over
kind of
here,
thing.
huh? What has been some of your more memorable spots or locations?
Oh, golly, I think Bali, Indonesia, was the most exotic destination I've ever been to, with all its temples and flowers, and the people were so placid and loving. And then Egypt. I loved Egypt, the Cairo Museum. The pyramids, just going down into a pyramid and seeing the sarcophaguses and the jewels and the artifacts and the antiquities.
Years.
Oh, blew my mind. It was absolute. And we illegally climbed on the pyramid.
Oh, my.
Unknowingly. Unknowingly. I said, "Ooh, let's climb up there." And I started climbing, and then I saw this big sign, "Do not climb on the pyramid." So I said, "Oh."
So you had to back down.
Back down. But it was exciting. And then South Africa.
Oh, okay.
That was an
And
experience.
oh, I can't leave out Paris.
Okay.
Paris is divine. The architecture, the culture, the language. I mean, it's just exciting. I think everyone should go to those places at least once.
At least
At
once.
least
One
once.
time.
And then, of course, the Caribbean, because I love to swim.
Mm.
So, and that's the only place I swim,
Really?
in the Caribbean Sea.
Why is that in a particular reason?
Well, it's calm.
Okay.
It's warm,
Okay.
about 80 degrees.
Oh, my.
It's
Okay.
turquoise blue.
Oh, beautiful.
It doesn't thrash you about like ocean swimming,
Okay.
you know. And when you see the mountains of the islands all lush and green, you just see God showing off. You know, that's all I always say. He's just showing off because it's just so beautiful, you know. And I could stay in the water for hours. I come out when my skin is wrinkled because I just adore it.
okay.
I just adore it.
Well,
So the
even just from
Caribbean
hearing
is-
you, hearing how you are commenting about where you've been and your recommendations, you certainly are a person who enjoys what you do, huh?
Oh, yes. And I enjoy the people. You know, when you're planning somebody's vacation, you get a feel for them, they tell you what they want, and you try to fit it so that when they go, it's just what they wanted, you know?
Do you pretty much find that you work on more referrals than direct
Only
contact?
referrals.
Only referrals.
Only. All my business is by referral only. I don't advertise.
Okay.
I have one line in the Yellow Pages. You know, Bill Maher Cruises and Tours. That's it, because that's part of my requirement as a legitimate business owner, you
Okay.
know. But I only go by referral.
Well, and she's been in the business for
she's been how- that's right,
15 years.
Yeah,
That's
God is
saying
good.
something.
Referrals
God
working,
is
okay.
Now, you referenced earlier that you had gone to school. What, okay, for that person who's designed to be a travel agent, what is the criteria? What is required?
Well, first of all, go to school,
Okay.
learn something about the industry. And then for myself, I did an internship afterwards at a travel agency on Wilshire Boulevard
Okay.
for over a year. And then you get your affiliations, you get your business license from the city, then you get your $1 million worth of errors and omissions insurance. That's mandatory. And then you become a part of an organization called IATAN, which is the International Airlines Association, where they accredit you. You know, that they make sure that you have an escrow account for your clients,
Okay.
and you know that you're bonded, that that you're secure, that you're legitimate. You know, and I recommend that everybody go to an agent by referral.
Okay.
So you don't have anyone absconding with the funds, you know.
I understand.
Because sometimes the big places,
Oh, yeah.
they're in trouble.
Oh, yes.
You know, you never know. Just because they have a big office with a nice office and whatnot, you don't know how they've been paying you know, with the client's money.
Uh-huh.
You know, make sure they have an escrow account,
Okay,
a
that's very
client
key.
trust account.
That is key.
That's key.
What else would you recommend for those of us who might be seeking the services of a travel agent?
What would I recommend? Come see me.
Why did I know she would say something like that, okay?
Call me up. You know, I'll hook you up, as they say. Just tell me where you want to go and when.
Okay. Now, for someone who can't get to you, what should one look for? I know you mentioned the escrow account and the word of mouth. Anything else that one should look for or beware of in dealing with a travel agent?
Well, talk, you know, with the referrals, talk with the people. Ask how the service was. Because some travel agents may give you the product, but they're not very, what's the word that I want? Where they're not very congenial, or they're sharp and they don't have time for you on the phone with your questions or something like that. You know, they seem to, okay. And, you know, things like that.
I know I experienced my first cruise, my one and only cruise, because I had this water thing, okay? I didn't want to get on the water.
I know, too much water for you to drink. I think that's what you said.
Exactly, it was just too much water. But you know what, though? It really was a pleasant experience. And would I do it again? I would. I really had to be conditioned to enjoy the trip through understanding that water, what God did for me was to interpret that water as the expression of His love. And so imagine all that love around me. He knew He had to condition me in order for me to really enjoy this trip, because there's nowhere in the world I wanted to get on the water. But it was a wonderful experience. And so really and truly, it can be a very relaxing experience, because on the cruise you have everything that you
Everything that you want. And you can eat 8 times a day if you so choose.
Oh, my.
And then you can exercise and do the morning exercises, or swim, or jog, or whatever it is. You know, play basketball. They have everything imaginable. And for those who like to play bingo, they have bingo, and they have shows every night. And most of them are Broadway rated shows, you know, family rated shows. They have lounges, comedy lounges, karaoke lounges for those who want to do that. And it's fun. It's just a world of fun. And next time you got to do 7 days in the Caribbean.
Oh my! Now, see, now you're pushing it. Now she's pushing it. Now come on.
No, 3 days is just to introduce you for the fun, but 7 days, and when you get to see different islands and different parts of the Caribbean, then you can decide, maybe I'll come back to Aruba on a land package, so I can really see, not just a taste. You know, a cruise gives you a taste of what's out there for you, but then you can have the meal by going back and doing a land package. You know,
I found that the ships were really cities on the water.
Right. And you were on a relatively small one.
Oh my goodness!
You know, some of them are 18 stories high and 3 football fields long.
Whoa!
Oh yes, some of them hold as many as 3,500 passengers. You know, that's fun, but for me, I'm more into small ships, like luxury.
Okay.
Luxury, like, can I name different cruise lines?
Just luxury.
Okay, well, some of the luxury cruise lines only have like 162 passengers or something, and the ratio of service to passengers like 2 to 1.
Okay.
So if you turn around, there's someone there ready. You know, Oh, there you are. Okay, may I have another drink? Oh, you know what I mean? So it's really, and most of the rooms are suites, you know, just for the average person who's got, every room is like a suite on some of these more upscale cruise lines. They're pricey, you know, but see, that's what's so nice about the market. You can have from the working class all the way up to the multi-rich class. You know, if you'll find your niche. You'll find your financial
Comfort
zone. Yeah.
And of course, one of the questions that will be forefront, in the forefront will be, what is your budget like? You know,
Right.
for one.
That's one of the
Because
questions. What's your budget,
Yeah.
and how, and are you flexible with your dates? Because sometimes when people don't have much money, if they're flexible with their dates, you throw them into the off season when the prices are a little lower, or you know, sometimes they may have some last minute deals if you can go tomorrow. You know what I mean? If there's some space available, but most people have to plan.
Right.
You know, and with my company, I'll give them a payment plan so that you can have time to plan out your trip, and you can pay a little increments, as much as you want or as little as you want, with a coupon book or whatever, and send it in. And so by the time your final payment is due, you're paid up, and whatever money you have is play money now. You know, you don't have to worry about putting it on your credit card and then seeing that awful bill
Exactly.
when you come home.
Exactly.
You know, after the fun is all gone, here comes the misery. So I don't really recommend, I shouldn't say that. Everybody can put it on a credit card if they so choose. That's the way of the world. But I think it's always nicer to just pay it before you go and be at ease. Use that credit card for meals and for, you know, buying, shopping.
Yeah. Bill, while we fondly remember your husband, Bill William, what was his interest in this area of travel?
He was my manager.
He was your manager.
He used to do all the spreadsheets and the books.
Computer.
Because he was a computer whiz. He was a computer whiz. So every time especially when I would do groups, you know, he would make sure that everything was just so on the computer so I couldn't make a mistake. You know, and God bless him, he left a lot of those spreadsheets for me so I can continue on.
Wonderful.
You know, until I get someone else to do that aspect for me. He was a wonderful.
That is great.
He was everything a woman could ask for.
All right.
He really was, because he had my back all the time. You know?
That's just a wonderful, wonderful experience and testimony, to be able to proclaim that he was just that.
And he was a fun travel buddy. I mean, he went everywhere with me, and we just partied around the world. You know, because as some of you know, that's the only time he would really dance, is when he was out of the sight of people that he knew. And he would have a wonderful time.
For someone who's designed to put a group together, what recommendations would you give them, or what tips should they have if I'm trying to put a group together to travel?
Okay, let me see. First, pick your destination.
Okay.
Then you have one person who's what I call the Pied Piper of the group.
Okay.
He's the one that, he or she is the one that goes out and solicits the different people. Then you come to me, and when you say, well, I think I'm going to have about 20 or 30 people, because I have to have an approximation, or however many people you're going to have. So then I will tell me what you want, and then I'll contact my tour operators and try to negotiate a price for that amount of people, you know, and the bigger the group, the lesser the price per person. And then, what else would we do? Then I would probably put together a brochure for you, and then you would distribute that brochure, because if it's your group and it's what they call an infinity group, you know, a group that's just for your people, then it would be designed, that brochure would be designed just for your people, and you, as the Pied Piper, would be responsible for distributing that information. And then they would send their deposits to me.
Okay.
And their monthly payments, you know, you would let me know if you wanted the time payment plan for your group. Most groups do.
Okay.
You know, because you don't want someone at the last minute, my transmission went out. I don't have the money for my final payment, you know. So the time payment plan is the best thing for the groups.
Is there a minimum number that qualifies for a group?
Depends.
Okay.
Now, if it's doing an airline airline and land package, usually it's a minimum of 10 to 20,
Okay.
but usually 20 for the airlines to get the best rate on the airlines.
Okay.
For a cruise, you can have as few as 8.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You can have as few as 8, yes.
Alaska, I understand Alaska's a beautiful location.
It is.
Okay.
Matter of fact, my sister's up there now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yes, she is.
Did she cruise her way on up there?
She's not cruising. She's doing a bus and truck.
Really?
Because she wants to go into, she's an adventurous.
I
She's
see.
very much the eccentric. But no, but I mean, not that this is eccentric.
Right.
She's doing the interior, so she gets to see more of the animals and gold mining and panning and all of the real interior, the real Alaska, and doing a small ship as she cruises through the glaciers, so she can get up close and personal to most of the glaciers that the larger ships don't go as close to. You know.
What would you recommend for someone, what would you recommend for packing, you know, what, you know, any tips that you can share? Okay.
This is a good one.
Okay.
When you get your clothes from the cleaners, don't take them out of the plastic bag.
Okay.
Keep that plastic bag there, and that will keep the clothes from wrinkling. Also, roll your t-shirts, your slacks, and things like that. Fold them up into nice little rolls. That'll keep them from wrinkling.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And thirdly, and most importantly, bring a kitchen-sized garbage bag with you.
Oh.
You know what that's for? Your dirty clothes. And you can lay it flat, and you can also protect, as you lay it flat, protect your garments from anything that might burst in your cosmetics. And I always recommend those little cosmetic bags, the kind that you can hang up on the back of the door. They're kind of long. You can get them at travel stores.
Right.
Because they have zippered compartments, and double bag all your liquids, your shampoos, because sometimes with the pressure in the airlines, they'll pop, and you'll find baby oil and lotion and whatnot all over your stuff.
Right.
So if you double bag your stuff in Ziploc bags, then put it in your cosmetic case, and then zip it up, and lay it over that plastic bag for your dirty clothes, you're protected.
Pamela?
After you had mentioned about the safety, what about, since we've heard so much because of 9/11, and now there are different government regulations. Now, how does that fit when you talk to your clients now?
When I talk to my clients now, I just say, you know, if you believe in God, you know when you go, it's going to be your time. You may go outside of this office and get hit by a health food truck. You just don't know. But, and don't be fearful, you know, because with God on your side, who can be against you? You know, even if it's the next person's time and not yours. That person may go, but you won't.
Right.
You know, so I don't deal with the fear of it all. You know, I understand some people are apprehensive about flying, but it's a piece of cake. I think our bishop at church often says, you know, you're in God's hands when you sit yourself down in that seat. You know,
Exactly.
So
You can't put your hands in it. You can't put yourself in anybody else's hands but God's hands.
And it's more dangerous to drive these freeways than to take an airplane.
She sounds like a travel agent, huh?
But it's true. How many people get bumped off with these freeways daily?
All the time.
You know, as opposed to an airliner coming down or being blown up. And unfortunately, I think our government bases their whole program on fear.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
You know, they keep people afraid, and then you're afraid of your neighbor, afraid of this, and that's why we have the problems in the world.
Well, now we're down to the last couple of minutes of the show, and so what one thought would you want to leave with our audience?
Travel.
Just do it.
Just go. Just go.
Just
Don't
do
be
it, huh?
afraid. Just do it. Go. You know, because life is too short, and there's so many wonderful cultures and places to explore. Than your own little microcosm of a world, you know? There's so much more out there. And God is so beautiful. You do not know the beauty of some of these places. You know, you'll just be, you have your breath taken away because things are so gorgeous. As I said before, God shows off. He has a way of showing off in exotic places that have not been so tampered by man's hands, you know.
Well, to your audience, we want you to know, as Marguerite has indicated, just travel. Just go. Just do it. Just
Pack your bags and hit the road.
Exactly. Where have you wanted to travel to? Whatever you want to experience. Why not make the decision to, I'm going to go and experience that new site. I'm going to go and experience the beauty of that location. And so we just want to encourage you to seek some professional assistance through the help of a travel agent, because if you're like me, you're going to need all the help that you can get. But really and truly, take it seriously to mind and to heart. Do some traveling. Bless yourself and see what else is outside of your immediate world. Until next time, know that we love you, and may God's blessings be upon you. Take care. Thank you so much.
Thank
Marguerite
you.
Strange.
Thank you. Thank you.